this is part of the program where we have the pleasure of recognizing some of our outstanding supply chain students. And this is always difficult, but we're always pleased to present. It's always difficult to choose these students, but we're pleased to present 5 of the supply, our standout supply chain students this year. And I'm going to begin with the Zinsmeister Award. The Zinsmeister Award was created about 30 years ago by Mrs. Zinsmeister to honor her late husband, Dr. Walter K. Zinsmeister, to recognize an outstanding supply chain student. So this year's student is a triple major, majoring in supply chain, finance, environmental sustainability, and policy. She possesses an exceptional GPA, is a member of Beta Gamma Sigma, which is the International Honor Society for students in majoring in business, and they accept only the top 10% of students in the business school. She's had internships in supply chain, sustainability. She's an active volunteer for animal rescue and nonprofits. She's active in several campus organizations, is bilingual in Spanish. And Syracuse University and the Whitman School are proud to present this year's Zinsmeister Award to Amelia Thorn. Amelia, you can come on down. The Alex, you came down. Congratulations, Amelia. Congratulations. All right, so try to right there, go in the middle. Be careful. Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Stay right here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Now I would like to invite Professor Kazaz, Barak Kazaz, Professor of Supply Chain Management and Director of the Brethen Institute, to come and to the podium and present the Brethen Scholarship Awards.
Thank you, Gary. My name is Barak Kazaz. I'm a professor in the Supply Chain Management program, and I'm the director of the Brethen Institute. The Robert H. Brethen Endowed Scholarship Fund is established for the purpose of recognizing academic accomplishments, demonstrated leadership abilities, and participation in campus activities for students who are majoring in operations and supply chain management. This is also encouraging continued development of excellence in the field, and we use these funds to actually reward our juniors in supply chain management. Today, we have 3 recipients, and they're all excellent students. We consider them as future supply chain executives, and this is the reason I refer to them as my colleagues. I want to work for them one day in the future when I grow up. That's the main reason. And collectively at Whitman and Syracuse, we are extremely proud of their development. The award is given with a competition every year. And this year, the challenge we posed to our students was that they were asked to design an electric vehicle charging network, particularly for those vehicles that are designed for logistical purposes. Students wrote essays, recorded videos. These videos and essays were shared with New York State Secretary of Transportation, Marie-Therese Rodriguez, as well as reviewed by every SCM faculty. So I'm going to start with the very first recipient, Taylor Feiden, 3.94 GPA, Dean's List, Whitman Leadership Scholar, and I think Dr. Niederhoff will be mentioning later the awesome scholarship award recipient. For Brethen, Taylor proposed a level 2 charging station network, and in every 40 to 50 miles, a charging station in between. This was particularly an attractive method from a sustainability perspective, because rather than installing these DC fast charging capabilities that are extremely expensive, this would be completed in a much shorter time period. And as our Toyota colleagues mentioned, from a cost and capital perspective, this would be a much lower initial capital requirement. In addition to her essay and video, I would like to state that Taylor was one of my students last year. What I learned during that semester is that Taylor will not let anything go. Every minute detail needed to be discussed. And I love those kinds of diehards who are passionate students. And I learned a lot in communicating with diligent, persistent students who are making us proud. It is my very honor to present this Brethen Scholarship Award in the amount of $10,000 to Ms. Taylor Feiden. Thank you so much. Our second recipient is Gabrielle Goldman, 3.95 GPA, Dean's List. Gabrielle, unlike Taylor, proposed a charging station network using fast charging capabilities. It was inspired by Tesla's NACS supercharger network with over 1,900 locations and over 21,000 charging points. What we liked in her proposal at the time was that these stations were not simply providing energy for cars to move from point A to point B alone, but it also provided digital capabilities, entertainment, and support for travelers, especially for logistics companies. It is my great honor to present the second Brethen Scholarship Award, again in the amount of $10,000 to Gabrielle Goldman. And a third reward recipient, Connor McHugh, another 3.95 GPA. These guys are making me look really bad because my GPA was not even close to those numbers. And Connor's essay and proposal designed another fast charging network for logistical vehicles. But this time, his essay actually worked on utilizing the current rest areas. His analysis focused on reducing greenhouse gas emissions as well as carbon footprint. Ladies and gentlemen, my honor to present the Brethen Scholarship Recognition Award in the amount of $5,000 for Connor McHugh. We had three amazing students, and if we had more funds, believe me, we would have awarded more students. So Alex is here. Can I use this moment to seek additional funds so that we can actually give more rewards? Please know that everyone who has actually contributed, we are extremely grateful for your gifts and generosity that actually help us develop these young, bright minds. Thank you very much.
Okay, one last one. Thank you, Barak. On a personal note here, one of the many reasons I'm proud to be part of the supply chain group here at Whitman is that in a field that is about 20% female in its academics and about 39% female among practitioners, Whitman boasts a supply chain faculty that is 50% female, and our declared majors are also 50% female. As we've heard throughout today, supply chain decisions affect the daily lives of people all over the world. All efforts to include a diversity of voices in the conversations as well as the decisions will only help us make better decisions overall. To that end, the organization Awesome is a leadership community dedicated to, I wish I had my slide, achieving women's excellence in supply chain operations, management, and education. Each year, a select group of universities are asked to nominate 2 top female supply chain students for the Awesome Excellence in Education Scholarship. Each year, 20 students across the United States are chosen for this honor. This year, Whitman is proud to have one of our nominees chosen, and so I would like to ask her to be acknowledged. We've already seen all of her credentials just a moment ago with the Brethen Award, but please join me in congratulating Whitman's 2024 Awesome Excellence in Education Scholar, Taylor Feiden. Okay. Secondly, and unique to Whitman, I'm here to present the Empowering Women in Supply Chain Award on behalf of the Didier family. This award was created by a Whitman supply chain graduate, Jory Didier, now Fox. She is a passionate, self-proclaimed supply chain nerd who felt that continued support for women in underrepresented career paths is still needed. Jory entered her supply chain career at a time when women were not prominent in supply chain roles, and oftentimes that is still the case today. She started this award to support other women who are passionate about supply chain. It is my pleasure to announce this year's winner, Odette Shirk. Wait 1 second. Odette has a phenomenal academic record combined with her passion for music, which she continues to pursue on campus in the symphony orchestra. She's a peer mentor, FYS peer leader, intern at the Shaw Transportation Center, and a member of the Pulp Marketing Club. Please join me in congratulating Odette on her achievement. Odette, if you could please come forward. Thank you, Odette. And so I just want to wrap up with thank you again to all of our guests, our honorees, our speakers, our students, our faculty, and Gary and I couldn't have done any of this without our incredible support team, our administrative support team and tech team. So a thank you to everyone who helped make this possible. A thank you for all of you for coming.